them to be creative thinkers. I'll be your super cool host, Zoey Brown. During this bedtime book adventures, we will learn how Josiah makes his mom smile in Mommy Smile, written by Aisha A. Alvarez, illustrated by Antea Majumder. Mommy Smile. Do you know how to make your mommy smile? She probably lights up as bright as a star when you say, "Mommy, I love you." As much as I want to say those words to my mommy, it's just not that easy for me, and I think that makes her sad sometimes. I didn't do all the things my brother and sister did when they were my age. My brother really liked to play football, but with all the yelling, the sounds of crashing helmets, and the itchy grass, that sport wasn't for me. When my sister was little like me, she would always have a lot of friends in her room playing different games, and her toys would be all over the place. Not me. I never liked playing with a lot of people because they try to move my toys when I line them up. Things like that really bothered me way more than it did my brother or her sister. I'm sure those things were part of what made my mommy realize I was different than her other children. But aren't we all different? Being different isn't a terrible thing. Maybe it's what makes us unique. Sometimes I yell. I'm sure my brother yells too, so that isn't out of the ordinary. Other times I say nothing at all. But my sister is quiet and shy, so maybe I'm like her. My sister loves school, and I do too. But when I arrived at school today, it was hard for me to focus in my class. I could tell that made my teacher unhappy. It seems that making my teacher smile is just as different as making my mommy smile. How do you make your mom smile? Knowing it was going to be just as hard, I was determined to change both my teachers and my mommy's frowns upside down. Once it was time for art, I decided to make my mommy a present. Art time is always fun and relaxing. It's one of the few times I'm able to sit still at my desk. When my teacher saw that I wasn't having a meltdown and working on my project, it made her smile. And although it was nice, it was my mommy smile that I wanted to see more than anything. With my teacher's help, I cut out as many smiling faces as I could find from magazines. I glued them all together to form the shape of the letter I, a heart, and the letter U. I was so excited to see my mommy when I got off the school bus that I screamed to the top of my lungs and almost knocked her over when I ran to meet her. My sister and I really love doing that when we come home from school and see Daddy. I could see in her eyes that she wasn't too thrilled. I'm pretty sure she thought I was having a meltdown, but I wasn't. She asked the usual questions: are you alright? Are you hungry or thirsty? Did something bad happen? It wasn't any of those things. I'm pretty excited when I come home from school. Nothing was wrong, but of course I didn't answer her. I was focused on finding the collage I made for her. It seemed lost inside of my backpack. As soon as I found it, I gave it to her. Suddenly, my mommy stopped asking me questions. What do you think she's thinking about? What was even better was that I could tell that when she stopped asking herself a question, I'm sure she had asked every day since the doctor told her I had autism. Will my son ever say I love you? She finally had her answer. Yes, it was just expressed differently than what she expected. As I watched her eyes light up, I got my wish too. I turned my mother's frown upside down and she smiled. Her smile was so wide I could see all of her teeth. Seeing my mommy smile made me smile too. With tears streaming down her face, she hugged me and said, I love you, Josiah. Aww, mother-son moment. I realized I wasn't as different as people made me feel. In fact, I'm not different at all. We all do things that people don't always understand. And even with all my differences, just like other kids, I know how to make my mommy smile. The best part was knowing that my mommy accepted that I'm not like my brother or my sister or anyone else in the whole world. I'm as unique as a snowflake, and that's what makes me special. The end. That was a great book to teach us that we were all born to be unique and different from each other. I'll see you next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central. K-Bits with Zoey Brown, Bedtime Book Adventures. Good night.